Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn with MelJo. In the previous lesson, we have learned how to solve a system of linear equations by substitution. In this video, I'm going to give you more practice examples to solve it. So the first practice is solve each equation for x. A, x plus 5y equals 12. So what we're going to do, I'm going to simply keep the x to the left side and I'm going to equal it to 12. But I'm gonna move 5y to the right side. So positive y becomes negative 5y. And this is what it's gonna be have for x. So B, 3y minus x plus 4 equals 0. I'm solving for x, so I'm gonna keep this to the left side. So minus x stays here, equals. But I'm gonna move positive 4 and positive 3y to the right side. So when the positive becomes to the right side, it becomes negative. So it's going to be equals minus 4 minus 3y. But keep in mind, I'm solving for x, not minus x. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the whole thing by minus 1. So minus x, or let me put it this way. Minus 1 divided by minus 1 equals 1. So I'm going to have x equals minus 4 divided by minus 1 is going to be 4, minus 3 divided by minus 1 is going to be 3. So this is what I have, x equals 4 plus 3y. Next question, solve each equation for y. A, 7x plus y equals 15. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the y here, so y equals 15. But I'm gonna move positive 7x to the right side. So it's gonna be minus 7x. That's what we'd have for y. B, 4x minus y plus 6 equals 0. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep the minus 1 here. So I'm gonna write down minus 1 equals, but 6 and 4x goes to the right side. And both of these numbers are positive, so it's going to be equal to negative 6 minus 4x. What I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the whole thing by minus 1 in order to have just positive y. I don't need negative y. I'm solving for y. So y equals 6 plus 4x. This is my answer. So next question, it says solve each system by substitution and check the solution. So A, for the first equation, I have 6 equals 3y minus x. For the second equation, I have 8 equals 4y minus 2x. Alright, so let's dive into it. You can see here, I have 3y minus x equals to the number. And I have 4y minus 2x equals also to a number. So I have to find one of these two variables, either x or y. I'm going to choose x because as you can see, y, it has like a kind of like 3 and 4 beside it. So in order to find just y, I have to divide the whole thing by 3 or by 4. And I don't want to do that. I don't want extra work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose x. And between these two x's, I'm going to choose this one because this one, it has a like number beside it. Again, I have to divide the whole thing by 2. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to rewrite equation 1 in order to find x. So I'm going to write down minus x equals 6, but I'm going to choose 3y to the left side, so it becomes minus 3y. But I'm looking just for x, I'm not looking for minus x. So I have to divide the whole thing by minus 1 in order to have just x. So it's going to be x equals minus x plus 3y. So whenever I see x, I have to plug minus 6 plus 3y instead of x because x equals to that. So I found this one and I'm going to choose equation number 2 to substitute it. So I'm going to write down 8 equals 4y minus 2. Instead of x, I'm going to write down minus 6 plus 3y. 8 stays the same, equals 4y. So in this here, we multiply minus 2 by minus 6. Minus times minus becomes plus. It's going to be plus 12 minus 2 times plus 3y. Minus times plus becomes minus. 2 times 3 is 6y. So in order to solve this one, I'm gonna looking for the same variables. So 4y minus 6y, it's minus 2y plus 12 equals 8. But I want just 2y, like I'm looking for y. But before I just jump to that, I'm gonna keep minus 2y here equals 8. I'm gonna choose plus positive 12 to the left side to make it negative 12. So I'm gonna divide the whole thing right now by minus 2 because I'm looking just for y. So this is how it's gonna be. Divided by minus 2, divided by minus 2, divided by minus 2. So the answer would be what? Like minus 2 divided by minus is gone, so I'm gonna have just y. 8 divided by minus 2 is gonna be negative 4. Minus 12 divided by minus 2 is gonna be plus 6. So y equals minus 4 plus 6 is 2. So I have y equals 2. And for x, I had x equals minus 6 plus 3y. I'm going to plug y in here in order to find x. So I'm just going to give you a flash here. As x equals minus 6 plus 3, and instead of y, I'm going to choose number 2 because we found 2 here. 2 times 3 is 6, plus minus 6 equals x. X equals minus 6 plus 6 is 0. So I have x is 0. So the answer is x equals 0 and y equals 2. So for the second equation, I have 5x equals 2y plus 1. And then for the next equation, I have y minus 3x plus 5 equals 2. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write 1 beside the equation 1, and I'm gonna write 2 beside the second equation. While I take a look at these equations, I can choose the second equation in order to solve for y. So what I'm gonna write down, y equals 3x minus 5. How I get that? I moved 5 to the right side, and I moved minus 3x to the right side. So I'm gonna have 3x minus 5. I'm gonna choose the first equation in order to solve for it. So I'm gonna write down 5x equals 2. Instead of y, I'm gonna write down 3x minus 5 plus 1. So 5x stays the same. In here I have 2 times 3x and 2 times minus 5. So 2 times 3x I have 6x, and 2 times minus 5 I have minus 10 plus 1. I have 5x equals 6x minus 10 plus 1 is minus 9. I'm solving for x. So right now I'm going to write down 6x minus 5x equals 9. What I did, I moved 5x to the right side. That's why it became minus 5x. And I moved minus 9 to the left side. That's why right now I have positive 9. So 6x minus 5x, I have x equals 9. This is what I have for x. Now we're going to go and solve for y. So simply use this one. So I'm going to write down y equals 3 times 9 minus 5. Instead of x, I put 9. Y equals 3 times 9 is 27 minus 5. So y equals 22. So we simply solve for it. So x equals 9 and y equals 22. In order to check for it, I'm going to choose the second equation. I'm going to solve for it. So how can you check? Simple. Instead of y, just put 22 minus 3. Instead of x, put 9 plus 5 equals 0. So it's going to be 22 minus 3 times 9. It's minus 27 plus 5 equals 0. 22 minus 27 is minus 5. Minus 5 plus 5 is 0. And here we have 0. So as you can see, left and right side are equal. So that means our variables are correct. So let's move on to the next question. Find the exact solution to a linear system. For the first equation, I have 4e minus f minus 3 equals 0. And for the second equation, I have 6e plus 3f equals 5. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look at the equation. I can see I have minus f here. Bingo. This might make my life easier. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write down minus f equals. And I'm going to move minus 3 to the right side and positive 4e to the right side. So what I'm going to have, I'm going to have 3 minus 4e. But I'm looking for f. I'm not looking for minus f. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the whole thing by minus 1. So I'm going to have f equals 4e minus 3. Then I'm going to substitute this to the second equation. So instead of f, I'm going to write down 4e minus 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write down 6e plus 3. Instead of f, I'm going to write down 4e minus 3 equals 5. 6e stays the same. So here, positive 3 times 4 is going to be 12e. Positive 3 times minus 3, it's going to be 9. Minus 9 equals 5. I'm going to keep the same variables. I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to move minus 9 to the right side. So I'm going to have 6e plus 12e, 18e equals 5 plus 9. It's going to be 18e equals 14. In order to have just e, I'm going to divide both sides by 18. So I'm going to have e equals 14 divided by 18. I'm going to simplify it. So I can see both of them divide by 2 works. So 14 divided by 2 is 7 and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So e equals 7 over 9. This is what I have for e. So all I need to do to find f. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply choose this one. I'm going to write down f equals 4. Instead of e, I have 7 over 9 minus 3. F equals, so here 4 times 7 is 28. Here I have a hidden 1, so 1 times 9 is 9 minus 3, which is, this is going to be hidden 1. So what I'm going to have, I'm going to write f. I have to minus these 2, so I'm going to choose same denominator. 28 stays the same, but here 1 is going to be times 9, so 2 is going to be times 9. So 3 times 9 is minus 27. F is going to be equal to 1 over 9. And this is my answer for f. I'm going to move to the second equation. 5x minus 1 equals 4. 7x minus 2y equals 6. I'm going to write the equation 1, equation 2. When I take a look, I can see here I have minus y. Simple, I'm going to write down minus y equals 4 minus 5x. But I'm solving for y, not minus y, so I'm going to write down y equals minus 4 plus 5x. I have y. I'm going to choose the second equation in order to solve for x. So I'm gonna write down 7x minus 2. Instead of y, I'm gonna write down 5x minus 4 equals 6. I have my 7x minus 2 times 5 is minus 10x minus 2 times minus 4, minus times minus is positive, so I'm going to have positive 8 equals 6. I'm going to keep the same variables here, and I'm going to choose positive 8 to the right side. So 7x minus 10x, I have minus 3x. Here, I'm going to have 6 minus 8, which is going to be minus 2. I'm looking for x. I'm not looking for negative 3x. So I'm going to divide the whole thing by minus 3. Here, I'm going to have x. Minus 2 divided by minus 3, because both of them are negative, so it's going to be 2 divided by 3. So x equals 2 divided by 3. You may have a question in here, so this is what I did. So I divided actually both of them by negative 1. So minus 2 divided by negative 1 is 2, and minus 3 divided by negative 1 is 3. This is how I got 2 over 3. Because it's easier to work with positive numbers than a negative number. So I have my x. Let's go find my y. So I'm gonna choose this one, negative 4 plus 5x. I'm gonna write down y equals negative 4 plus 5, 2 over 3. It's gonna be y equals negative 4, 2 times positive 5, and 3 times 1. So I'm gonna have plus 10 over 3. I have to choose one denominator. It's gonna be 3. Okay, so this is actually it's gonna be times 3. This is gonna be times 3. Minus 4 times 3 is minus 12 plus 10. Y equals minus 2 over 3. And this is what I have for my y. So the next question is 3m minus n equals minus 5. 5m plus 6n equals minus 2. So the first thing I'm going to identify my first and second equations. So when I look into the equation, I can see I can solve for minus n in the first equation. So I'm going to write down like this. Minus n equals minus 5 minus 3m. But I'm looking to solve for n, not minus n. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the whole thing by minus 1. So it's going to be n equals 3m plus 5. So I have my n here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug it in instead of n in the second equation. So it's going to be 5m plus 6. Instead of n, I'm going to write down 3m plus 5 equals minus 2. I have 5m here plus 6 times 3m is plus 18m, and plus 6 times 5 is plus 30 equals minus 2. I'm gonna move the second variable in the same left and right side. So in here I'm gonna have 5m plus 18m, I'm gonna have 23m equals minus 2 minus 30. So I'm gonna have 23m equals minus 2 minus 30 is going to be minus 32. So m equals, divide both sides by 23. I'm going to have minus 32 over 23. This is what I have for m. So let's solve for n. I'm going to choose this one. N equals 3m plus 5. So we're going to write down n equals 3 times minus 32 over 23 plus 5. So n equals, this is, I'm gonna have here like hidden 1. So it's gonna be 3 times minus 23 and 23 times 1. So here we have minus 64 divided by 23 plus 5/1 and equals. I'm going to choose a common denominator, which is going to be 23. It's going to be minus 64. And here 5 is going to be times 23. So I have 5 here. 5 times 3 and 10 plus 1 is 115. So minus 64 plus 115. So what's it going to be? It's going to be n equals, so in denominator, so I'm going to have minus 64. 5 times 23, it's going to be positive 115. So n equals 115 minus 64. It's going to be 1. It's going to be plus 51 divided by 23. And this is the answer for n. So we have n and we have m. Alright, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this lesson on substitution. If this helped you understand better, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more math lessons like this. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. We'll be learning how to solve system by elimination next. If you have questions or need help with homework, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to help. Until next time, keep learning and keep shining. This is MelJo. Have a good day.